right, pleasant good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Cupidi, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. It's Friday, the second day of February 2024. Yeah. How'd you do this morning? How are we doing this morning? Everything all right? Well, I do hope so. I hope you had a night full of rest and you're up and ready to face the challenges today. Today is going to have its own set of challenges, so I do hope that you are ready for that. Good morning to you, Mary E. Banks, and also Walland Aquat. Good morning, Mr. Joseph. Have a wonderful, blessed weekend. Stay safe. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. It's all in the hands of the power of the people. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I am going to do my best. Hope you have a great one yourself. All right, I want to say good morning to you early out there. That hope you're having a wonderful day in the great US of A. Yeah, hope all is well. Yep. All right, good morning, Innocent. Just to remind your listeners to get the vehicles inspection done. Right, so all you heard that. Yeah, get your vehicle inspected. Those of you who have to be inspected in this period. Good morning, Gordon. Please extend advanced greetings to Beverly, my adopted daughter, and Louis Sylvester, whose birthday will be tomorrow. Wishing them many more blessed years. Greetings from Woolley. Gordon, you have a blessed weekend. You too. All right, good morning, Mary. Jillian McIntyre says good morning. Happy Friday to you. Thanks, and same to you. Yolan Swan says good morning to you, Mr. Joseph. Blessings to you and everyone. Have a productive weekend. You too. Catherine Phillips says good morning, my beautiful people. Good morning, Innocent. Good morning, Catherine. Eulin Alexander says, good morning, Gordon. Good morning to everyone. Blessings to all on this fantastic Friday. Have a great day and a wonderful, safe weekend. Good morning to the folks inside of Carriacou as you prepare for... You've got independence celebrations and you also have your carnival preparing for, whatever you do, be safe, all right? So let's see what's happening here now. All right, good, nice. It's time for the word of the day. Yeah, let's get the word of the day today. And let me see him come up. Come on, guy. What's wrong with you? Lovely. All right. The word of the day today is that word. Let me get it back. Let me go back here. Had it right here. Where did it go to? All right. The word of the day is the word prognosticate. 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 And to prognosticate is to predict or foreshadow something. To predict or to foreshadow something. Prognosticate. And it is an action word. It is a verb. Yep, it is a verb. Prognosticate. I like that word. Yes, I like that word. Good, lovely. It means to predict or foreshadow something. Here's how we can use that word in a sentence. A company uses current trends to prognosticate what the workplace of the future will be like. That's a big task. Yeah, that's a really big task. And now let's see what the thought of the day would be. Let me go back here and tell you what the thought of the day is today. And right, the thought of the day. Good morning, Nadisha. Remember that the past is not your future. Tomorrow is another day with new opportunities. Be forward rather than backward looking. If you choose to drive your car while looking into your rearview mirror, you are inevitably going to crash. Yep, that's the thought of the day. Buzzing this morning, of course, Grenada, the culmination of the Golden Jubilee celebrations is here. The Independence Military Parade and Cultural Show, that's happening on 7th of February at the National Stadium. Come witness history with a spectacular military parade, rally, and cultural extravaganza. The parade kicks off at 2 p.m. from Melville Street. The excitement continues as the parade heads towards the National Stadium for a military rally and ceremony, starting promptly at 2:30 p.m. All right. There will be distinguished guests doing addresses, including Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell, and so many more. Now, Little Ace Augustine is most likely the youngest Grenadian to be pinned at an official pinning ceremony. He was pinned on the 30th of January at a ceremony held at the Telescope Primary School. This is part of the 50th or 50 It's a Big Deal event themed Jubilee at 50. Happy first anniversary of Grenadian independence. Ace, okay, so he's celebrating his first birthday, and it's our 50th. 2 months after they were last seen, there's still no word on the missing fishermen Sean Lewis and Chris Hamilton. Oh my goodness, this one is, And folks, there's so much more, so many other things are buzzing this morning. LEAT workers making an attempt to the government to assist them in getting compensated for the years of service. Yep. And also buzzing, Bob Marley, the premiere of Bob Marley, that movie that showcased the reggae icon. In a matter of minutes of its premiere, billions of dollars were created, in revenue. That's a plus. Also buzzing, the U.S. have now approved plans to strike Iranian targets in Syria and Iraq. That is coming on the backdrop of Iranian-backed terrorists attacking and killing 3 American servicemen in Jordan. I don't like what's happening in the Middle East now at all. It's getting scary. All right, Mildred Smith says, good morning. Good morning, Mildred. Monica Miros Williams. Good morning, Mr. Joseph, Mama Can, and Grand Bacalet. Blessings, everyone. Sylvina Charles says, good morning, Innocent. Blessed Friday and have a blessed weekend. Pauline Barreto says, good morning, everyone. So too does Lucille Pascal. Danley Alexis, good morning, Gordon, to your viewers and listeners. How you doing, Papi? Still waiting on the green pizza, man. All right. Nonetheless, folks, this is where we've got to take that break. We've got to do the AM edition of news, sports, and the weather. Those of you who are on the television platform, we've got a rebroadcast of last evening's television news. Stick and stay with us. We're with you anywhere and everywhere.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you ride me, we'll make your dreams come true. Next side, next side, next side, next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Thanks for joining us. Over 500 drones will illuminate the sky on February 7 as a grand finale for the Independence Day Parade. We have more in this report.
Grenadians can expect magic on February 7th following the National Independence Day rally. When the sun sets, patrons gathered at the National Stadium would be in for a treat. The night sky will come alive with a spectacular array of lights, a 500-strong drone show, choreographed to create stunning visual formations symbolizing the unity and progress of Grenada.
That particular day is going to be exceptionally amazing. There's a lot in store. A lot of work has gone into preparing for it. It's not going to be an independence celebration that you've seen before. As he said, towards the end of the night, we plan to light the skies up, not only with fireworks, but with drones. We have a drone display of over 500 drones that will be in the sky, creating a magical spectacle of motion and lights, forming shapes of many iconic Grenadian persons, places, and items. It has never been done in Grenada before, and it's something that the public will not want to miss. This is the first time ever we will have a drone show, and I think probably for the Caribbean in that magnitude.
That was Orlando Romain on the organizing committee. Cultural stalwart Ricardo Keynes Douglas, the man in charge of the February 7th celebrations, said this year's parade and rally will reflect the magnitude of Grenada's milestone achievement.
50th is going to start, the parade starts at 2 o'clock, and it will start from Melville Street, and it will take half an hour to get into the stadium. And the stadium activities start at 2:30 sharp. Now, prior to that, there'll be an exhibition that's happening within the stadium from 11 o'clock in the morning. The event starts 2:30 and is going to be just like what it used to be before, but more magical in the sense of it's going to be the big parade with everything possible in that field from 2:30 to 4:30 with the arrival of the GG, with the incredible display with the police, all the march passes. Everything's just going to be so elegant and so... I don't want to give away too much, but I just want you to be there. Now, after 4:30 comes a cultural presentation on the ground, and I'm working with 900 youth.
The celebration gets underway with the All Things Grenada Expo, scheduled to begin at 11 a.m. True to its name, the expo will showcase the essence of Grenadian culture, featuring various aspects that make the country unique. A grand parade will start on Melville Street at 2 p.m., ending at the Kirana James Athletic Stadium, and immediately followed by the Independence Day rally. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
On Friday night, the National Cricket Stadium is expected to resemble a Broadway theatre as the musical celebration Up From Here, in honor of Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence, takes center stage. The live concert is free to the public and will feature over 50 performers and 7 live bands. Chair of the marketing committee for the concert is Akira Patterson.
Don't expect a carnival show. Expect a curated event that is specific to the independence narrative. We will see a lot of artists, and I know, trust me, looking at, the points that have been made, 50 performers, it sounds like a lot. How is this going to happen? But it is very specific, very curated. So you won't be seeing all of the songs that you know from Spice Mass, because you see the Spice Mass artists and they're going to be jumping around. It's definitely going to be very intentional. The song selections are going to be intentional.
Patterson added that though 50 performers are on the cast, it would not be a drawn-out event, as the show is expected to end promptly at 2:30 a.m.
We will also start at, as I said, we start at 8, and then we are aiming to be out of the stadium no later by 2:30 a.m. It's a tall order. Everything for this is very intentional. As Shravon said, it's not just a concert, but it's also a curated narrative of Grenada's history for the past 50 years in a musical representation. So people have been saying, think Sound of Music, think Broadway, think big. We are telling the story of Grenada, and we are specifically highlighting certain songs that really call to mind what we love about Grenada and what we feel about Grenada, songs that make us nostalgic. So we think about Inspectors 473, and we think about Goldlands 473 as well. We think about Ajamo's African Lady.
Songs like a treat. Meanwhile, the sweet sound of Steel Pan will be an added feature for Grenada's Golden Jubilee celebration. Details from the organizers in this report.
Pan 50 and the Food Fest will be a vibe as the carnage will be transformed come Saturday, February 10th. Chrislyn Lashington tells us more about what can be expected.
Pan 50 and Food Fest is really an explosion, a celebration of our culture. Food and music, I think, are, two pillars of our culture when we think about who we are as Grenadian people. And we really want to celebrate that on the carnage, which is, decked off lovely with the lights now. now. And this event takes place on Saturday, the 10th of February from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m.
4 different stages will be set up along the carnage with musical accompaniment from 7 steel bands.
Panorama Champions, Nexon New Dimension, Republic Bank Angel Harps, Co-op Bank Comancheros. We have the Suzuki Food Fair Pan Wizards, the CBI Rainbow City All-Stars, Panosia, as well as the Grand Roy Pan Angels. So they're all coming down to the carnage on that day. And while we have Pan playing, mind you, there's never going to be a dull moment because Pan will always be playing multiple stages, as I said, so you can float between stages. That's the idea. Festival style, right?
Much more than Pan music can be expected, Lashington said, as there will be added features that patrons can participate in.
Look onto the carnage from either end. You have the Eastern or the Western, or by Grentel. I'm still calling it Grentel. I don't know what to call it now. But is it Hughes Street is the name of the street? So you have those 3 entrance areas, right? You're going to see a lovely welcome sign, welcome to Pan 50. We have, of course, multiple food vendors as well. So you're really going to have the sights. You're going to have the smells of good Grenadian food. Lots of activities. So not just watching Pan, but also there's a painting session with Nashawn Jeremiah. So you can actually paint on the carnage while the event is happening. So that's something unique. We have the photo area, so you can take photos. You can even learn to play a pan on the side as well.
Washington and local playwright Ricardo Kins Douglas, who explained the concept of the event, were guests on GBN's To The Point program.
This was an idea I wanted to see happen, for Pan. And, I've traveled, around the world, and I've seen some wonderful festivals, pedestrian festivals, where, we have one of the most beautiful harbors in the world. And I've seen where they really utilize it with, nightclubs and bars, and it becomes a pedestrian setting. And as you say, we want to celebrate Pan, and it's a perfect setting for Pan because the harbor, the St. George's Harbor right there, is like an amphitheater.
So true.
Christina John, GBN News.
Well, as Grenada prepares to celebrate its 50th anniversary of independence, Pearl's airstrip will be transformed into a racing haven, promising an evening of high-speed action, rowing engines, and heart-stopping moments. Talk about that one. In the spirit of national pride, the Independence Drag Racing event is expected to bring together seasoned racers and fervent fans to celebrate the thrill of high-speed competition. Jeremy Peters is a member of Grenada Motor Club.
The event is going to be the 3rd and 4th of February. We will have, as I said, we have different persons, different islands here from the Trinidad and Tobago. We have St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We have Barbados and a few other persons, even from the diaspora, when we're heading into Grenada, to partake in this particular event. So we want people to come out, to enjoy the auto sport. We will have a little bit of additional entertainment that we will have through that period. So.
Yeah. And some of the cars coming are very, very popular race cars, so please come out. You will see an interesting lineup of cars this time in this event.
All right. Peters went on to highlight some of the events for the remainder of the year.
In the month of January, February, March, we have that will be our first part of the go-karting activities.
Okay.
It's a more of an expedition show, and that we'll have guys coming out. We have a guy called Mr. Lester from Guelph. Lester Arnold from Guelph. Yeah, he has a special type go-kart that he's going to be showing for the general public, and we have just trying to see if we could bring back that particular activity.
The Independence Drag Racing event at Pearl's Airstrip will serve as a fitting tribute to the nation's independence, blending the excitement of motorsports with the pride of celebrating a significant milestone. A member of Parliament for St. Andrew Northwest, Nadia Benjamin MBE, who has returned home for Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence celebrations, has been honored by some of the parliamentarians in St. Andrew. Mrs. Benjamin served during the leadership of Grenada's father of independence, Sir Eric Matthew Gary. The rest of the details in this report.
Many Grenadians are returning home to join in the festivities marking Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence, a significant milestone in the nation's history. Among them is former parliamentarian for St. Andrew Northwest, Mrs. Nadia Benjamin, MBE, who served during the Gary regime. Mrs. Benjamin was met at the Maurice Bishop International Airport with warm embrace and recognition from current parliamentarians, including Senator Gloria Thomas, Honorable Kieran James, Honorable Lennox Andrew, and Honorable Delma Thomas. They gathered to extend their gratitude for her noble contributions to the country.
Yes. And it laid the club votes in the community. Mm-hmm. And I say all that to say that at your time, you listened to people, and you reach out to people, and that stuck with me.
Yes.
Okay? I want to take the honor to present you with the 50th anniversary pin of Grenada independence.
Okay, thank you very much.
And I want to thank you for your service, and I want younger people, younger than me, to see that it is not just a movement that has started now, but it was something that was long in the making, and it's because of people like you.
See how happy we are to have you home, to recognize you for your work that you have done in the area of politics and serving people, and to let you know that you, in fact, have been an inspiration for me particularly.
I really am happy and honored this afternoon to be here with you and to celebrate with you. So 50 years after, you know, you was the parliamentary representative of St. Andrew Northwest during the independence. And now I am the parliamentary representative of St. Andrew Northwest. Thank you, and we look forward to celebrating. From our constituency standpoint, we want to celebrate you. So,
thank you.
Yes. So I have this small token of our appreciation from Sister Gloria Thomas and I on the constituency level. Yes.
As a prominent figure in Grenada's political landscape, Mrs. Nadia Benjamin, MBE, played a pivotal role during a transformative era in the nation's history. Her dedication to public service and advocacy for the advancement of Grenada's interests left a permanent mark on the country's political and social fabric. Mrs. Benjamin, who is now 88 years old, reminisced on her political journey in Grenada.
Like Martin Gary has always been, you know, a pleasure, you know, to work with me, and I'm to work with him, you know, because from the very beginning he would check me out and see if I'm willing to work with the government. But when so Eric met me at the airport when I came back. I think it was from Ghana. I went with the YWC first. And he said to me, Mrs. Benjamin, I would like you to cut the ribbon to open the Kajona home for the age. And afterwards he came back and asked me to run for the election.
Coral Benjamin David, daughter of Mrs. Benjamin, gave her story on her mother's political journey.
Story that really sticks with me, and I was still in primary school when it happened, and the message we got was that she was shot. So she always tells me the story about standing next to Eric Gary, and they aimed a stone at him and it got her on the knee, and she had to go to Parliament, showed up in Parliament the next day with a bandage on her leg, and she's always, that statement comes out, she shed her blood for independence.
As the nation reflects on its journey over the past 5 decades, Mrs. Nadia Benjamin's presence serves as a beacon of hope and inspiration for the continued progress and prosperity of Grenada and its people. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
I met Mrs. Benjamin at her store in Grenville many years ago. What a gem with a great sense of humor. 8 medical and dental practitioners in Grenada are no longer legally permitted to issue prescriptions to the public. due to their failure to consistently renew their licenses, signaling a breach of regulatory compliance is what we can tell you. The names were disclosed Thursday in a joint statement issued by the Grenada Medical and Dental Council in conjunction with the Grenada Pharmacy Council. The move represents an attempt by the regulatory bodies to uphold professional standards and safeguard public health. It underscores the importance of maintaining up-to-date licensure within the medical and dental professions. The council has noted that failure to adhere to these standards not only compromises the integrity of healthcare delivery, but also poses potential risks to patient safety. The Grenada Broadcasting Network made numerous calls to Dr. Camille Isaac, chair of the Grenada Pharmacy Council, and Brenda Charles, who's attached to the licensing department of the Grenada Medical and Dental Council, to get their insights on how this ban will affect the public, but our efforts were unsuccessful. GBN also reached out to officials in the Ministry of Health, but our calls went unanswered. Calls were also made to the doctors listed to get their reactions. Those who answered declined to comment, and some calls were not answered. The doctors listed are Terence Marichaud, Sonia Nixon, Justin LaRose, Nilo Alvarez Toledo, Albert Fletcher, Jillian Benjamin, Hensley Batiste, and Keith Johnson. It's that time of year when students take to the field displaying their talent and creativity in athletics. St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary School SAS is the focus of this evening's GBN ISAW.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by Clear Vision.
The St. Andrew Anglican Secondary School SAS annual sports meet kicked off early this morning with some promising sporting action from the athletes. Highlighted in tonight's ISAW is the school's march past. The students of the four houses, Nash, or Blue House, Lane, Yellow, Piggott, Green, and Julian Red, marched through the streets of Grenville just before midday today. Thank our citizen journalists for that submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social.
I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP. I'm immunized.
I am a VIP. I am vaccinated. I am immunized. I am protected. Our children and nation depend on vaccination for immunization. Childhood vaccination is national priority. It is their protection from disease and sicknesses. Let's all be VIPs and safeguard our beautiful Grenada. I am DJ Blackstorm and I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs. Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
Agritech Limited Grenada is your one-stop shop for all your farming needs. We provide seeds and seedlings, pesticides, fertilizers, irrigation and water management systems, veterinary products, and a wide range of agricultural products and implements. Our staff is knowledgeable and ready to serve you. Call us on 435-9677 or 440-4460 or visit us in Happy Hill, St. George. We are Open Monday to Saturday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Sundays, 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. Agritech Limited, Grenada. Come grow with us.
Your new Grenlec bill is even easier to read and still has all the valuable information you need to track and manage your usage.
Hey Mom, okay, your friendly tech support is here. So you got the new Grenlec bill? Let's take a look. The new bill makes it even easier to see your bill total, the due date, and much more. And take a closer look. It actually is a lot easier to understand. Let me show you. You can still see exactly what the charges are for, but in a great new format, it even shows how the cost of generating and delivering the electricity to you is calculated using your actual usage. And Mom, let Lucy know she can check out Grenlec's new Understanding Your Bill video. Anyway, look who says hi, and see you soon.
Your new Grenlec bill, easier to understand and easier to track your usage.
Real Value IGA Supermarket has grown with the Grenadian community for the past 24 years, witnessing everyday acts of heroism, kindness, and dedication that weave the fabric of our nation. Today, we embark on a journey not just to celebrate our independence, but to honor the souls who uplift our community. We proudly introduce the IGA Golden Heroes of Grenada program, a tribute to 50 outstanding individuals, 25 contemporary community heroes, actively forging our future, and 25 Golden Jubilee heroes who have laid the foundations of our great nation. These heroes are the heartbeat of Grenada, from the police officer ensuring our safety to the teacher inspiring young minds, from the nurse healing with compassion to the bus driver connecting our communities, that farmer who gets up before dawn to harvest the crops that feed our nation, that sanitation worker who keeps our neighborhoods clean. And now, we turn to you, Grenada. Nominate the unsung heroes in your life. The neighbor who's always there. The friend who inspired you. The family member who's made a difference. Visit Real Value IGA Supermarket or go online to submit your nomination. Let's celebrate the spirit of our nation.
Grenada, our beautiful pure island, is turning 50. And what better way to celebrate than with an evening that captures our heart, our spirit, our journey. Welcome to Up From Here, an experience of our past, present, and future. Join us at the National Cricket Stadium on Friday, February 2nd, as we revel in a spectacular showcase of Grenadian talent from our very own shores and from across the seas. Our artists are coming home to celebrate with us. Experience the rhythms that rocked our past and melodies that map our future. Live bands, sensational artists, dynamic dancers, all on one stage. And the best part, it's absolutely free. Gates open at 7 p.m. Showtime 8 p.m. Come early. Bring your family. Bring your friends. Let's fill the stadium with our pride, our joy, our unity. 50 years of music, talent, and creativity. This is our moment, Grenada. Let's celebrate. It's only Up From Here together. Stay connected to our social media pages for updates at Grenada Turns 50.
On February 3rd and 4th, the Grenada Motor Club presents Grenada's 50th Independence Invitational Drags at Pearls International Speedway, St. Andrews. Come out to see our local boys compete against the fastest drag racing cars the Caribbean has to offer. There will be special entertainment from one of the Caribbean's top drifters and live performances from one of our local artists. February 2nd is the welcome party at Lavo Lanes. February 3rd, Test and Tune at Pearls International Speedway. And February 4th, drag race finals. Contact us at Grenada Motor Club 473@gmail.com. Grenada's 50th Independence Invitational Drags, February 3rd and 4th at Pearls International Speedway. This will be an epic one.
welcome viewers and listeners. Welcome to the conversation this morning. As you can see, I've got two goodly gentlemen with me in the studio. They are representing the Grenada Motor Club. To my extreme right is Mr. Jeremy Peters, and to my immediate right is a gentleman from my second homeland, Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank
Welcome.
You.
Well, I just, I keep looking at the commercial and, knowing the area that well, I can only preempt what is going to happen come this weekend at the Pearls Airstrip. Firstly, welcome to Grenada.
Thanks a lot. It's a pleasure.
First time?
No.
Oh,
maybe a dozen times before.
So just like Trinidad is my second home, Grenada is your second home.
Yes, exactly.
Lovely. Good. So Jeremy, tell me, how are plans going?
Plans are going rather well. We just recently had the cars cleared from Trinidad and Tobago from the MV Dolly C Express. So
Dolly C went down for them?
Yes, Dolly C went down for them.
Wow.
We had approximately 18 participants who they picked up
from Trinidad?
From Trinidad and Tobago.
So 18 cars came up?
Yep, that was 18 cars came up from Trinidad and Tobago in combination with some bikes as well. So that trip went out pretty successful. This is something that we used to have a lot of back a few years back. Maybe.
I remember the days, man.
Yes, when Mr. Dabrio was around. So the guys are here right now, and they're getting themselves all prepped up for the particular racing that we'll be having over the weekend. Yep.
And in terms of are you selling tickets? Or you pay the entrance?
It's pay the entrance, more or less. We do have what you call pit passes, and other VIP passes. But there's only a limited amount of that we are having right now. Because
someone like me, which of the passes am I getting?
Oh, you're gonna get a VIP pass.
Well, of course. You need to put another V in front of it.
Yes, VIP pass one. Yes.
So my friend, firstly, tell me your name.
Ashton Eligor.
Ashton Eligor. All right. And what do you bring to the drag race this weekend?
As Jeremy mentioned, we have 18 vehicles. So it's 2 cars and, a wide assortment of drag cars. We also have some supercars. We have some supercars that will be on the facility.
Ferrari.
Ferrari, a GT2 RS, a couple of GTRs 35, and the long car is the rails. Rail car. So that car, in fact, has the Pearls record of 7.4 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow.
Back in the days. Yeah.
Yes, back in the days. We've been here. Well, as a while now, we haven't been back due to, previous to COVID, when Mr. Dabbs was alive. We used to frequent here. It's our second home for drag racing.
Okay. In Trinidad, right? How big a sport is drag racing?
It's huge. It's huge to the point where we have drag racing every month. And we have it a few times a month. So we separate from what we call the prep events, like what's happening this weekend, where you put down the track prep, and then a street event. So you take your street car, because we're just trying to get the boy racers, as we call them, off the street and come to a controlled environment.
Okay.
So we encourage that. So every 2 weeks, every 2 weeks, we pretty much as pennies, you pretty much pay and you come and enjoy yourself.
Okay.
And race all day.
Okay, that's good. And what area do you use?
We use the Wallerfield area. So it's the Frankie Butcher Wallerfield International Raceway, which similar to Pearls was a old runway.
Okay.
So the foundation is there. It's a good foundation.
Jeremy, in previous conversations, plans are in place to really develop that sport in Grenada.
Yeah.
And how are these plans going?
I would say this is the first step of us really trying to diversify the whole sport presently. In regards to us bringing back this big international events that people probably kind of forgot used to happen a lot of some of the younger generation. So this is the more or less the first step and the promotional aspect that we are running with that. So
we, as I would have mentioned in our last conversation when I was here in the interview, I mean, we are also trying to get involved with go-kart racing, some aspect of dexterity or I should say time attack racing, which happens a lot in Trinidad and Tobago. So a lot of the things that that Trinidad and Tobago has, we're trying to see if we emulate it, because I mean we get a lot of assistance from as our neighboring country.
Okay, Barbados is big on racing as well. Are there any Bajans in the contention this weekend?
Yes, there is actually one person from Barbados. It's a drifter. It's popularly known as a taxi man. So you're going to see that is also to another alternative sport in which a lot of persons participate in. It's more or less of a car being able to do certain tricks and stunts. So
the scary stuff.
The scary stuff.
It's a control slide.
It's a control slide. So we are having that person who will be at the event, just doing a little expedition to show, persons of how this skill, and this is kind of a new sport that we are getting involved in.
Now, seeing that some more emphasis will be placed on the sport, or the actual sport itself. What's about developing the facility so that spectators can be comfortable and while being integrally involved as well, like building up some sitting areas and so forth. Are those plans on the way?
Yeah, those plans actually are on the way. This is right. Also, too, we are going through some, having little discussions with a few of the stakeholders in regards to, having the development seating facilities, permanent toilet facilities, and I'll also probably use the vicinity, the facility for other purposes. Maybe say, community development activities and stuff like that.
Well, because the Pearls area is very, very historic.
Yes, it is.
Not just because of the two, airplanes there, but I was interviewing Dr. Angus earlier in the week, and there's an archaeological site right next to the Pearls strip, and he was saying to me that artifacts from there are being sold on eBay.
And Arabs. Yeah.
So, it would be good. I mean, there are some folks who might be of a different opinion that, why drag racing? Why not something else instead of drag racing? But if the area is going to be developed, I mean, I look forward to that development. I know the people of Pearls would really look forward to it, because it too will generate some sort of economic activity there.
Yes, it's definitely. I mean, that when we do have activities and racing in Pearls, a lot of the vendors and even the community. Actually, the community plays an integral role in a lot of things that happens in Pearls. They participate. They make money from us, from helping, from vending. And there is things that are happening at that particular time.
So, what are you expecting this weekend? Is it a case where you come up, overly confident that I just gone up and win some races? No. Are you expecting competition?
As Jeremy mentioned, we have a good relationship. Trinidad and Grenada. They came up a couple of times to help us out when we needed assistance with regards to the timing system. Just a phone call away, and they were on a flight. The stuff was on a boat. So it's a reciprocating action for us to be here, and it's not a matter of what time we're gonna set. We're gonna make sure and please the crowd. We have some good cars, some really good cars. Where we may be lacking in terms of our facility. We have a short runoff. Pearls, you don't need a parachute. You may not need brakes because of the long runoff.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we may have a slightly better surface, right? So we don't expect.
Time being.
Yeah, we don't expect.
We will fix that.
Time. They have definitely the full support of the government. Speaking to Jeremy, but we expect. We were there at the track. The track was prepped the last couple of days. We had some boys from Trinidad. One of our executives, he's trying to come back in tomorrow. He was here. He left some boys. The track surface is good.
Okay.
Definitely the launch pad area. I was up there last night, and you could leave your sneakers soled there, which is a good indication.
Okay.
So boys who coming up need to walk with some spares. We walk with the spares because we anticipate how good the track will be.
Yeah. I presume that you are really deep into this racing stuff, and Grenada is not the only outside territory that you visit, right? You go to other countries as well in the region.
Yeah, so late last year we was at Guyana.
Okay.
So both for Guyana tend to have their signature circuit event in November, And previous to that, they had a huge drag event. So some of the cars that's here in Grenada was a much smaller contingent. I think 5 or 6 cars we sent up there.
Okay.
But yeah, so the countries that we tend to, Jamaica, we were there mid last year for karting. So we won the karting event in Jamaica. That's where motorsport starts. So we have a heavy investment in these kids to develop and then transition to the next discipline, which is circuit racing.
Okay. So my reason for asking that, looking futuristic, do you see a big industry developing from the various countries combining to have a sort of regional serious motorsporting?
Definitely. We have, as you just mentioned, including Jamaica, Trinidad, where it's easier to travel. St. Lucia going up, is a little bit more in the pocket, going
you have to go deeper.
Yeah, of course. Curacao, they have a lot of racing, but of course it's more expensive. But just amongst Trinidad, Jamaica, Guyana, Barbados, Grenada, that 5 countries, that's enough to have things going. Right now, as we speak, we have one of our top drivers in Panama. There's a huge ceremony, a prize-giving ceremony, Franklin Boudram. He races out in South America a lot because he has a vehicle. So we have 7 disciplines. So it's karting, drifting, drag racing, circuit racing, grid corner, rally. So it's a lot to manage. But of course we out here, we going overseas. We're trying to, just like how Jeremy have. And motorsport in Grenada have the full support of the government. We are hoping that we too eventually get the support that what you guys are getting here.
So let me ask you a question. When is the election in Trinidad?
Next year. So
I know it's a good time to talk
election. Yes. And that, take the words out of my mouth. That's what's going on at the moment.
Yeah, no, it's time to talk.
Politics.
I'll give you Rowley's number.
All right, good. And the big thing, why we both here is to develop the sport. People don't see the big aspects of motorsport as sport tourism
in the region.
Some countries do. I wouldn't call the names, but some countries really see that. It's not only the vendors. Think about how much passengers came here.
Right. Yeah.
How much hotels, accommodations going to be sold out. Transport, food. It's more than just what's happening in Perth.
Yeah, and we looking at the multiplier effect. If the sport is developed properly in the region, right, you would find people out there who are into motorsport based on the timing of the year. Yeah. If it's their winter, they would really want to come here to enjoy this. And so talk to Keith, man. Rowdy, I mean.
Yes.
Okay. So as we look to wrap up, Jeremy, what specials can the folks expect? Any surprises from Champ and the guys?
Well, I would say that the TITASA president here has he has a car as well, which he brought up here to make a competition. And so you have Champ, Joshua Lewis, and Mr. Elegan here, who is more or less in comparison in regards to times.
Okay.
So he's here to come to Grenada to see if he can take away that record from these both boys.
Champ, I bet it on you, right? My money's on Champ. I mean, the name stays already, the Champ. Yeah.
Yes.
So what can they expect from you?
Well, we have some fast vehicles. When we look at the rail, of course, the plan for the rail is to go down and even break his last record. 7.4. Work was done on the track recently, so the expectation is if it's to go down a bit lower.
Okay, so 7.
So 7. Anything better than 7.4, right?
Yes.
We have a couple all-wheel drive cars that in the 8s, including my car. So the plan is, there's maybe a little silent rivalry with some cars that Jeremy just mentioned, but Champ, Joshua, we all good.
They
are half Trinidadians. Just like yourself. So the crowd can look out. We have 2 fast bikes also up here, and some other street cars. Meaning we have GTR, 2 fast GTRs, and the Porsche, and one of one in this neck of the woods. So it's a really jam-packed weekend. So persons could look forward to good rivalry. And good fun.
As we wrap up, Jeremy.
Well, I just wanted to, invite everyone to come out to this particular event that we are going to have. Remember, this is something that is sport and tourism, as I would have always mentioned. It's not just about racing and stuff like that. It's also about bringing the Caribbean together, integration. Thierry Marichal and stuff was always talking about they want the
regional integration.
Integration. But for the past few years, as long as I was born, I have always heard these talks, but it's always a separation. So this is also to a factor of us trying to come together, bring governments together, having the understanding of of communicating with sports.
Let's develop this neck of the woods.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we could do it. I mean, I'm seeing signs now of it's happening. For example, there's this new ferry service that was launched between Trinidad, Barbados, and Guyana. And I'm hopeful that other regional governments see the benefits of it and get on board. We need, if people, I keep saying it, if people can travel freely and more frequently, the region would be an envy of the world, because we have almost all that it takes. It's just that the little boundaries and so forth.
We're looking forward to that ferry service. Change the whole landscape. Transport is hard, and to some CARICOM countries, they don't have the luxury like what we have here. Drive on vessel, roll on, roll off. You have to go through containerized, and that is easily month. 2 months, 3 months before you get back your vehicle.
Okay, so any parting words, partners?
No, we look forward to this weekend. We look forward to meeting your government officials. That's going to be there. So hopefully governments talk to governments. And we leave here in a better position.
You leave smiling.
Yes.
Usually people cry when they depart, but this time we'll be smiling.
Yeah, because we have some hurdles. We're not going to sugarcoat anything, and we know Grenada have a good rapport with your officials. So we looking forward to speaking to them and to have some sort of bilateral talks and make it better for Trinidad and for the CARICOM,
for the region. Well, gentlemen, I want to wish you all the best. I can assure you that based on the talk on the ground, there will be a big turnout, even from the prep event on Saturday. That's tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be, people are going to, the inquisitive ones are going to come up to see. Let me see what really going to happen here tomorrow. And then you'll see the big turnout on Sunday. And I look forward to us, getting deeper into the motorsport business in Grenada and by extension the region.
Yes, for sure.
All the best, bros.
All right. And you have your VVIP passes.
Definitely.
Thanks for having us.
And you have to be when you give me VVIP, I'll just take out one, cut it in half. I can't leave the other half home, I'm saying.
Thank you for having us.
Folks, this is it for, as I said, remember the action is on. There are so many activities around, but those of you who are motor enthusiasts, to be up at the Pearls Airstrip, the Pearls Raceway this weekend. You can go up there tomorrow evening while the vehicles prime themselves for the grand finale on Sunday and enjoy motorsports at its best. We take a commercial break. We'll be back after this with so much more.
On February 3rd and 4th, the Grenada Motor Club presents Grenada's 50th Independence Invitational Drags at Pearls International Speedway, St. Andrews. Come out to see our local boys compete against the fastest drag racing cars the Caribbean has to offer. There will be special entertainment from one of the Caribbean's top drifters and live performances from one of our local artists. February 2nd is the welcome party at Lavo Lanes. February 3rd, Test and Tune at Pearls International Speedway. And February 4th, drag race finals. Contact us at Grenada Motor Club 473@gmail.com. Grenada's 50th Independence Invitational Drags, February 3rd and 4th at Pearls International Speedway. This will be an epic one.
This is 50 years of Calypso excellence as Made in Grenada presents Calypso at 50 featuring Unlucky.
I must go back, my little island is called.
The original inspector.
So when you see me in the cold mountain, what a plantain.
Flying Turkey, Lady Cinty, Smokey, Peter Humphrey, Randy Isaac, Wood Maxman Kelly, Squeezy, Scholar, Black Wizard, and Chamo, and the Hitman Inspector. One stage, one night, Sunday, February 11th, 6 p.m. sharp at the Grenada National Cricket Stadium. Tickets are $50 and are available at Canadian Optical, Town and Grandans, Mitchell's Wellness, Grandans, St. David Pharmacy, Max's Bar, and St. Andrew Pharmacy, Calico, Sates, Shizemore, Licks and Bites, and GoToFed.com. The hits, the classics, the performances as Grenada celebrates 50. Sponsored by Flow, Brighton and Miners, Antillian Group, Spicyle Auto Rental, Wayne Mitchell, Glenelg, Springwater, Grenada Bottling Company, Grenada Distillers, makers of Platscott Rum. Sunday, February 11th, 6 p.m. Grenada National Stadium. This is 50 years of Calypso excellence.
Are you ready to have some fun? Are you ready to rep in your national colors? Well, something big is coming to the Montrouge playing field on Saturday, February 3rd, as Lunis Park and Electrify presents their first ever Colors Family Fun Day. At the Montrouge playing field in Grandans, it's a day filled with fun and excitement for the entire family. Start time 2 p.m. till 8 p.m. Come enjoy go-kart ride, horseback riding, races, and traditional games. Also, you get free face painting and bouncy castle. Check out the eating competition and more. Prizes for the biggest t-shirt crew and the most creative independence outfits. And that's not all. There will be live performances by dancers, singers, top artists, Boise, Jab King, Mooney J, Lunis Park, Electrify, and much more. Kids, you pay only 10. Adults, you pay 15. So get your outfits, get your tees, and come on down at the Montrouge playing field on Saturday, February 3rd for the first ever Colors Family Fun Day.
Get ready to mark a historic milestone. It's the 50th anniversary of Independence Gala Cocktail and Dance, Saturday, 3rd February 2024 at the Crown Ballroom Radisson, starting at 7 p.m. for the all-inclusive cost of $500. All proceeds go towards the restoration of Government House. Secure your tickets now and be a part of history. Be there at the Radisson on February 3rd, 2024, hosted by Governor General Dame Cecile La Grenade.
Tickets available at Grenadian Optical, Melville Street and Grandans, the 50th Anniversary Independence Committee Secretariat on the Carenage, and online at gotofet.com.
Grenada, our beautiful pure island, is turning 50. And what better way to celebrate than with an evening that captures our heart, our spirit, our journey. Welcome to Up From Here, an experience of our past, present, and future. Join us at the National Cricket Stadium on Friday, February 2nd, as we revel in a spectacular showcase of Grenadian talent from our very own shores and from across the seas. Our artists are coming home to celebrate with us. Experience the rhythms that rocked our past and melodies that map our future. Live bands, sensational artists, dynamic dancers, all on one stage. And the best part, it's absolutely free. Gates open at 7 p.m. Showtime 8 p.m. Come early. Bring your family. Bring your friends. Let's fill the stadium with our pride, our joy, our unity. 50 years of music, talent, and creativity. This is our moment, Grenada. Let's celebrate. It's only up from here together. Stay connected to our social media pages for updates at Grenada Turns 50.
Grenville, it's nearly time for Redemption Time. The acclaimed play by Francis Urias Peters comes to the Deluxe Cinema this Saturday, February 3rd at 8 p.m. for one night only. Starring Sylvan McIntyre, Kathy Ann James, Akina Romaine, Giselle Carrington, Samuel Ogilvy, and Bianchi Toussaint. Tickets $75. Available now at St. Andrew's Pharmacy and online at gotofed.com. Redemption Time. Deluxe Cinema, Saturday, February 3rd, 8 p.m. Don't let this time pass you by.
The Planning and Development Authority of Grenada, PDA, is enforcing regulations to curb illegal, disorderly, and unauthorized development in several locations throughout the state of Grenada. The authority is concerned that structures mainly associated with vending are negatively impacting the environment, has undesirable public health and sanitation consequences, present obstructions to vehicle and pedestrian traffic, can become projectiles during adverse weather conditions, and generally affect the aesthetics of the nation. The PDA will work along with stakeholder ministries and institutions to effect the demolition, removal, and disposal of structures which fall in the category of illegal and disorderly development, commencing January 2024. In this regard, persons who vend in or occupy such illegal structures are advised to secure their personal belongings and have the structures removed ahead of the planned PDA demolition operations. These actions of the PDA have become necessary to safeguard and protect public health and the environment, ensure the safety and well-being of all citizens and visitors, discourage any future disorderly construction, and encourage compliance to regulations pertaining to physical development in the state of Grenada. This is a message from the Planning and Development Authority of Grenada.
Welcome back. It's 21 minutes on to the hour of 8 o'clock. Good morning, my people. I have not been able to converse with you for quite a while, and I'm really missing that. Kuala Sayers March says, good morning, have a blessed day. All right, we've got an opportunity for a conversation. I haven't heard from you, my audience, for quite a while, and this is the opportunity here. Let's hear what's happening in your neck of the woods. So are your preparations for Independence Day going? Good morning, caller.
Morning, innocent. Morning to the listeners.
Welcome.
I called with a little disappointment on GBN again. As I said, GBN is the only entity I listen to. I noticed that not one word was mentioned about that discussion, and I hope I'm wrong, at the UN Security Council on the situation as it relates to the ruling of the ICJ on the situation in Gaza or the Israeli war against the Gazans, and brought by South Africa. I think there's so much to learn that we are missing as this thing unfolds. And I'm wondering whether GBN is part of a consortium or conspiracy network to ensure that people remain ignorant.
Why would you think that? Why would you think that?
No. I'm wondering. I mean, probably have no reason to think about it. It's just that it comes through my head. So I'm just trying to say that, the more we know the truth, as even the scripture says, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Most people have no idea what is going on except what is told by the BBC, CNN, and all that. These stations that seem to be in cahoots.
But caller, let me ask you this. In this day, modern day of science and technology where information is at your fingertips, you cannot, I don't think it's fair to say that the GBN did not tell me, so I did not know. There are other media from which you can, so in as much as education.
Is a leader. You say that in your advertisement. You're a leader.
Yes.
You're number one.
But there
And
are
if
other
people
things to
have
do
have
besides
an
education.
appreciation of what happens worldwide, why give them all the cabbage that how much skill here and how much skill there? Why not think where they can learn? They can have conversation over facts. You mentioned yesterday, one of your guests was the idea of facts, but facts also could be distorted.
Okay.
But and the thing about it, let's see, especially as we go towards the 50th anniversary of our country's independence, regardless of the where you're on which side in terms of how we interpret it, let's be a little bit much more creative and much more productive in our conversation and what we hear, what we see.
That's a very good idea.
Television. If we do that, we'll be helping our people, and our people wouldn't call too. And when asked questions in the classroom, they will remain mute, as has been the tradition. Let us change that narrative so that if we expose people to reasonable information, they can make decisions on their own. And we're not doing that. We're keeping people in the dark in the space.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Point well taken. Right, it's 18 minutes on to the hour of 8 o'clock. My point is, the media is there, People go online for everything else. So whereas the GBN and other media houses, you're expected, part of your pillar is to educate. But what's about the entertainment aspect? If you're not satisfied with the level of education that you're getting, things that, find it. They're out there, Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for taking my call.
Welcome.
I may not support this caller that called a while ago all the time, but I have to support him most of the time. I mean, he's correct. Me in my position here, I depend on the GBN because I cannot, and let me repeat myself, I cannot afford much of the other media houses and whatnot that you might talk about. I know nothing much of the computer. I know nothing much because I just cannot afford. So my only assistance here is GBN television or GBN radio.
Okay.
And I'm very much disappointed. The morning when the South African thing was happening with the Gaza problem and whatnot, and that thing, I feel that you all could have continued with that, but that was just cut off. And then I'm left in limbo. Sometimes, listen, I'm very disappointed with this GBN system. I'm very much disappointed. And the fact is, I did make a request sometime last year, and I asked you to play a few of the people like Luciano and whatnot, Grams and whatnot, the Sams and the whatnot, etc. And to this point in time, I'm very much disappointed. Maybe only on a Friday morning you might play some jumpy kind of music and whatnot, etc. But I mean, the thing about it is, you have to be more persistent in what you're doing. Well, not just you personally only, because, I mean, the others, the other guy in the To The Point program and whatnot, he carries on in the morning time to the point for maybe more than 50 minutes, just talking to the people rather than letting the public interact with the people. And most of these people that come on these programs, they are people who well-known, people know them. So why give them all this chance to only talk about themselves or whatnot, etc. Let the public interact with them. Have a good morning, sir.
Thank you, caller. Have a good one yourself. I do hope that you have a wonderful day. Yeah. 15 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That is the time. Good morning. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning, Innocent. How are you doing?
I'm good. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you. A very interesting start this morning, and I share the sentiment as the first caller.
Okay.
That morning, right after your program, there was this BBC news, and the BBC switched to that quote, the judge's ruling in La Hague, I think. And then the usual BBC time, about 10 minutes. So it lasted for about 10 minutes, and then it cut off. I can't say I just follow every time to know if it was given air again. But there are some things that, probably media people, reporters can follow up on, and sometimes because of the implications they can have, we can maybe have a program. But I mean, at the same time, we can't always get it right. I mean, you're doing a wonderful job. Continue to do that job. You are educating. You are enlightening people. Continue to do the job. But, sometimes some people, some of us, require a little bit more. Okay. And that's not a problem. The second thing is, last night in the news, they spoke about some doctors who are not, who cannot legally prescribe medication, or who are not operating legally according to the system by which they operate in. And some of the doctors listed there, they kind of surprised me. They reminded me of me some time ago when, a warden wanted to charge me for driving my cell phone, and then things ensued, and that cost me $4,000 in the magistrate court. And now this doctor's reputation is worth a lot more than $4,000. And so when people in authority behave that way, I guess they have reasons for behaving so, maybe the licensing authority maybe ain't doing what they're supposed to do, I don't know. But when people in authority behave that way, it gives the rest of society the chance to misbehave. It's the devil at work. That's how the devil gets to us. Not by thing, but when they say, if Dr. this could do that, who is me?
If the priest could play, who is me, right?
Yeah. So I trust that this matter will be resolved soon, because there are hundreds or thousands of Grenadians that rely on those doctors. Some of them are prominent men. Okay. And so I hope that if it's $50 they owe, that they will pay it up fast and clear this thing. Okay. But within that too, I think within the profession, they must find ways, to solve the thing without going to public. When you announce misbehavior in public of high officials, it creates a breakdown in society.
Don't wash the dirty linen in public.
Right. You shouldn't. Shouldn't at all. And those doctors who are very stubborn and resistant, I don't know what their issue is. If they have a real case or cause, I think they must be listened to. And I would like them to, for the sake of the public, to try and comply as best as possible. And the authority, for the sake of the public, to work things out smoothly. Okay. So that was 1. 2, the third thing is that St. David's Catholic Secondary School Sports is tomorrow. I think St. David's RC is today. Yesterday was crucial. And the people of St. David seem to be getting treat after treat after treat. So tomorrow, I think it's the secondary school sports, and then coming up later down the road is the primary school sports.
I beg to differ here. And tomorrow it's not the St. David's Secondary School Sports. It's the Olympics.
Wonderful. You get the message.
Of course.
You get the message. Of course. I trust that the people will come out, that they will cooperate, and we'll have a nice time.
Yeah, definitely. We will.
While the Trend Orange show is all about the experience and the entertainment.
Good, man.
Wonderful. So thank you very much.
Have a blessed one.
Yeah, you too.
Good, bye-bye. Yeah. All right, folks, it's 11 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That is our time. What I can guarantee is that, as the days progress, we attempt to do things differently and better, We don't always get it right. We're humans too. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph.
Welcome.
I have a couple of things to talk about, but we're limited on time. One, Mr. Joseph. You present a slot every morning, word of the day. It's a very important thing. It's a very good thing, quite educating. But in the language, we have to remember that when we do things like that, it should be for the purpose of teaching, helping to elevate others. Therefore, it has to be done correctly. You presented a word day before, and you called it quotidian. There's no word quotidian in the English language. The letter Q sounds like if it were KW. The word is quotidian. I urge you to consult with your dictionary before presenting the word of the day. No more on that. Finally, Mr. Joseph, from time to time I've been making some noises on this radio as a mechanic, person who understands what logic is, and of course in my linguistic capacity. Because a document which was shown to me in 2015 was crystal clear that Grenada was not an independent and politically independent nor nation state. It was there. It is there. It is not me who wrote it. I was challenged. I was called names, all sorts of things. But I want to jump forward to Tuesday, the 6th of February, 2024, where in the Parliament of Grenada, a special joint sitting, they will be sitting to discuss a motion. And the motion, in all its titivation and so on, is to endorse and approve the bill presented in the British Parliament on the 11th of December 1973 to take effect on the 7th of February 1974 related to Grenada's associated state to the United Kingdom. Now take a look at this, brothers and sisters. Pay attention well to what will happen in that place on Tuesday. Because they're sneaking in the back door now, the same thing that Mr. Nicholas Liverpool et al. Published in the document in 2002, which was revealed to the nation some years ago by some of us. If it wasn't effective for 50 years, how all of a sudden it is effective now today that you're going to endorse it and approve it? It means, brothers and sisters, that if you open your eyes well, you will see that in effect for the past 50 years, Grenada has been living in an associated state with the United Kingdom. We have never been independent because the logic, again, and I stress on that word, is that if we had not ended that associated state, it was impossible to be independent, because where one ends, the other comes into place. Open your eyes, Grenadians. This crazy blind jackass has been telling you so all the time, and they have manipulated the people, these legal luminaries over the youth. Pay attention. Mind you, I'm not a lawyer. I'm a mechanic who studied fundamentals of mechanical engineering and basic principles of mechanics. Not a lawyer. Have a nice day, William, Mr. Joseph.
Thank you very much, caller. Have a good one yourself. Folks, it's 6 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We take a final commercial break and then we come back and do the wrap. Don't you go anywhere.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
And so it begins. A journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP.
I am a VIP. I am vaccinated. I am immunized. I am protected. Our children and nation depend on vaccination for immunization. Childhood vaccination is national priority. It is their protection from disease and sicknesses. Let's all be VIPs and safeguard our beautiful Grenada. I am DJ Blackstorm and I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs. Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
Celebrate Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence at the St. Paul's Independence Extravaganza on Sunday, 4th February 2024 at the St. Paul's Community Center. Featuring Solid the Band, Flying Turkey, Eugene Gittins and the 473 Band, the Culture Train String Band from Carriacou, Jab King, Tamara Songbird St. Bernard, Lisa McDonald, Jay McDonald, Shireen Brizan and Matthias Williams, Conception Dance Theatre, Core Bank Comancheros, Chain, Lion Pride Percussions, House of Creation Veco and more. Special guest appearance by PBC Choir. It's a fusion of food, music, arts, craft and all things Grenadian, and all the action starts from 12 noon. A production of the St. Paul Sports, Cultural and Development Organization in association with the National Organizing Committee. 50 and going strong.
I love my Grenada, my homeland forever.
Get ready to witness the ultimate showcase of talent, speed, and determination at the 2024 Carifta Games. This prestigious event brings together the best young athletes from across the Caribbean, competing for glory like never before. With the motto, many people, one region, celebrating athletics, Carifta embodies the essence of Caribbean unity through sports, igniting a flame that illuminates the future of sports in the region. Don't miss out on this incredible event taking place at the Karani James Athletic Stadium from Saturday 30th March to Monday 1st April 2024. Get your tickets now at Grenadian Optical or visit gotofed.com and secure your spot to be part of this extraordinary celebration of athleticism.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. It's just that time once again when we've got to do the wrap. Before I go quickly, I want to say happy birthday to Mr. Kenny Maguire and also Kenny Lalcine. Today is your birthday, gentlemen. Your born day, as somebody has it. Good morning, Miss G. How do you do? Hope you're doing fine. It's your born day today, so enjoy to the fullest. And folks, this is as far as we can carry you for today as it relates to the program. We'll look forward to an engagement. And by the way, let me remind you that on Tuesday, GBN will be doing a live coverage of activities across the island as it relates to the independence celebration. So if you're interested in getting your activity covered from as early as 6 in the morning, Joseph and Godfrey will be in the field. Call the GBN and state where you are and what you'd like to be covering, what you'd like to get covered. So yeah, call 440-3033 and get on to Joseph, and we will cover it for you. But as for the program this morning, this is as far as we can carry you. Thank you so much for being a part of the program this morning, and have a good weekend. I love you. Bye-bye.